While many celebrities have faced legal issues and were even arrested, most of them were indicted without detention and only got some probation time or suspended sentences, meaning that they didn't really go to prison. However, a few actually ended up behind bars. One of these is Son Seung-wan. Born in 1990, he made his acting debut in theater in 2009 and later moved to dramas, appearing in series such as Hello My 20s and Welcome to Waikiki. His career seemed to be on the rise, but in 2018, everything came crumbling down when the actor crashed his car while driving under the influence and tried to flee the scene. He was chased by witnesses of the accident and was ultimately caught by the police. The actor was previously involved in similar incidents 3 times, after which his driving license was suspended. As a result, he was charged for driving under the influence and without a valid license and was arrested. After the investigation was completed, the police revealed the story behind the crash, which makes the entire accident even crazier. According to the officers that arrived on the scene of the crash, Seung-wan initially lied and claimed that it was his passenger, musical actor Jong Hui, who was behind the wheel when their car crashed and also refused to take a breathalyzer test. Incredibly, Jong Hui at first admitted that he was the one driving the car, but several witnesses pointed out that Seung-wan was the actual driver. The police kept interrogating the two, and after a lot of hesitation, Jong Hui finally confessed that Seung-wan was indeed the one driving when the car crashed. This was later confirmed by CCTV footage. While he was interrogated by the police, Jong Hui revealed that the actor forced him to say that he was responsible for the accident, and he felt like he couldn't refuse because Seung-wan was his senior. According to Jong Hui, the actor was scared of being punished severely as this was his 4th time having a DUI accident. Apparently, Seung-wan initially tried to call a driver to avoid getting behind the wheel while under the influence, but when he couldn't get in contact with someone, he became impatient and started driving the car himself. Just a minute after starting the engine, he crashed his car. All of this happened while Jong Hui was in the backseat of the car, too scared of disagreeing with his senior. During the trial, the actor pleaded guilty to various charges, but his lawyers tried to argue that his DUI accidents happened because he had a rough childhood. They also attempted to convince the judge to let him serve in the military to reflect on his mistakes instead of serving prison time. Netizens harshly criticized this move, arguing that the actor was trying to avoid being put behind bars using all kinds of excuses. In the end, the actor was sentenced to 18 months in prison, and with this sentence, he was also exempt from military service. He tried to appeal but lost, so he served his sentence and was released from prison in 2020. Immediately after his release, he was involved in another controversy as he took to Instagram to apologize for his actions, adding that he missed his family. However, the message was met with severe backlash from netizens, who accused him of trying to get pity and attention. It seems like the actor initially wanted to get back into the spotlight, but because of the intense backlash, he changed his idea as he deleted his Instagram account soon afterwards. Since then, he has been living a private life and hasn't even been spotted. Song Young-chong is another actor with a controversial past who found himself behind bars. Born in 1958, he rose to prominence in the 90s when he played several roles in movies and dramas. His popularity was on the rise, but in 2000 his career came to halt when he was found guilty of paying a 16-year-old girl to have inappropriate relations with him. According to the police investigation, the actor paid the teenager around $150 on 2 separate occasions. He was sentenced to 10 months of incarceration with 2 years probation, but he actually served a month in prison before being released to observe his probation period. After his release, he moved to Canada with his family, apparently in order to study English. He came back to Korea a few years later and returned to the entertainment world soon afterwards. Since then, he has appeared in numerous dramas and movies, including some hits such as the films The Good, the Bad, the Weird, and The Man from Nowhere. Despite this, he's still banned from most Korean TV channels because of his criminal past. Before we get to the next shocking case, we'd like to share with you a great K-drama offer. We're so grateful that thanks to Surfshark VPN, we can watch K-dramas without any problems. If you've been watching our videos, you know that we've been using Surfshark VPN, the sponsor of today's video, for months now. Thanks to their service, we can switch our IP address to any location in the world and watch all the dramas that aren't available in our region on Netflix or on any other streaming platform. Since we're from Europe, this was a huge help for us. Before we were using Surfshark VPN, we had to wait an extra week for some episodes of dramas on Netflix to be available in our region. For example, Extraordinary Attorney Woo and many other K-dramas were coming out weekly, but certain locations weren't on the same schedule, such as ours, and we had to wait one more week to get to the episodes. If we didn't want to wait, we were forced to watch these dramas on a sketchy website with poor video quality and questionable ads jumping around. If you have any doubts about using Surfshark, stay assured, as they not only allow you to switch your IP address, but also protect your identity and make sure that you don't fall into the trap of internet hackers. So how do you get Surfshark? Just enter coupon code MISSK for an extra 4 months free at surfshark.deals/MISSK, or you can scan our QR code to get there effortlessly. One of the most infamous cases of Korean actors who ended up in jail is the one of Jo Hyun-ki. The veteran actor was born in 1958 and began his career in 1979, appearing in the drama Chief Inspector, which was very popular in South Korea at the time. He earned fame appearing in various supporting roles throughout the 80s, but in 1991, everything changed. That year, the actor caused a car accident while driving under the influence, and as a result, a woman in her 30s lost her life. What's even worse is that after the accident, he also tried to conceal his crime by hiding the body of the victim. He was later found by the police sleeping in his car, not far from where he attempted to hide the body. Hyun-ki was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison. However, he was bailed out and only ended up serving 1 year behind bars. Incredibly, he returned to acting immediately after his release, as if nothing happened. Over the following 2 decades, he starred in numerous dramas and movies and often appeared on TV shows. In 2003, he even starred in a car advertisement. However, his crime resurfaced in 2017, and the intense backlash led him to retire from the entertainment industry. Not much is known about his life ever since, but in 2022, he was spotted at a restaurant in the United States. Kang Sang-wook is another Korean celebrity that has served a long time behind bars. He started his career as a musical actor, but then began appearing in dramas and TV shows, most notably Heart Signal, in which he was a regular member of the cast. In 2019, fans of the series were shocked when news of his arrest broke suddenly. The actor was sentenced to 5 years in prison after he was found guilty of forcing himself on a woman in 2017. According to reports, he was drinking out at a bar in Busan with a friend, and they met 2 women there. They later left the pub together to drink more at Sang-wook's friend's residence, but one of the 2 women decided to leave. The other woman was cornered by the actor and his friend and was forced to have inappropriate relations with them. The victim immediately filed a police report, but the actor accused her of faking the incident for money. In the end, he was found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in jail. After the news broke, all the episodes of Heart Signal featuring the actor were taken down from the show's official website. The actor didn't accept the verdict and appealed. The court reduced his sentence to 2.5 years in prison, made him attend a 40-hour course on the prevention of harassment, and ordered him to avoid working in companies associated with minors and disabled people. After the sentence was announced, the relatives of the actor cursed and yelled at the judge and had to be escorted out of the courtroom. Meanwhile, the victim was diagnosed with acute stress disorder and received mental health treatment. Despite serving time in prison, Sang-wook apparently didn't learn from his mistakes. In 2023, it was reported that an unnamed musical actor had been arrested once again for forcing himself on a woman. The report stated that the actor had previously served 2.5 years in prison after committing the same crime in Busan in 2017. Because of this, it was immediately obvious to netizens that the news was talking about Sang-wook. Lee Myung-hang also faced similar charges and ended up in jail. He mostly worked as a theater actor, but also appeared in various movies and dramas, mostly in supporting roles. As part of the Me Too movement in 2018, he was accused of harassment by a woman who worked as a staff member in a theater production. 1 year later, the actor was found guilty and was sentenced to 8 months in prison. In addition to this, he was also ordered to complete a 40-hour course on the prevention of indecent behavior and was prohibited from being employed in any company involved with youths for 3 years. According to the judge, there was a risk of a repeat offense, and so the actor was sent to jail. The story of Kang Eun-il is instead very different. Known as a musical actor and a rising star in the industry, his career was destroyed by an incident that happened in 2018. The young actor was at a bar in Seoul drinking with friends when the group met 2 women. Soon afterwards, one of them filed a report to the police claiming that Eun-il had inappropriately touched her and kissed her without her consent in the bathroom of the restaurant. The actor refuted the claim, arguing instead that it was the woman who grabbed him and threatened him for money. Based on the testimony of the woman, the first trial was concluded with the actor being sentenced to 6 months in prison in 2019. Eun-il immediately appealed the sentence, reaffirming his innocence. While the actor was behind bars, his uncle reached out to forensic video analysis expert Huang Minggu, arguing that his nephew was being detained under false accusations and asking for help in analyzing the video footage of the incident. The expert later appeared on the TV show No Way I'm an Adult, explaining that he was able to uncover the truth behind the incident by looking through the surveillance videos. According to the expert, the bathroom of the restaurant only had one entrance, with the women's and men's stalls separated across from one another, while the sink was in the middle. Though no cameras were inside the bathroom, one was pointed to its entrance, and that was enough to understand what happened. Apparently, the woman followed Unil to the bathroom, and the video showed how the actor entered the men's stall, while the woman went to the other restroom. The surveillance footage showed how there was no evidence of the actor going into the women's restroom, as claimed by the alleged victim, and this was enough to prove his innocence. Unil was acquitted of all charges and was released from prison, but he had already lost his job and many endorsement deals. With his career destroyed by this incident, the actor has been trying to slowly rebuild his life ever since. Meanwhile, netizens were furious when the truth behind the incident came to light and complained that the judicial system wasn't able to protect an innocent who ended up being incarcerated with false accusations. Someone who instead found himself facing numerous legal issues is Park Yu-chan, a former member of the K-pop groups TVXQ and JYJ. Yu-chan launched his acting career in 2010 and starred in several dramas, becoming one of the most famous celebrities in the world of Korean entertainment. He had numerous successes as an actor and even won various awards for his roles in series like Sung Kyung-kwan's Scandal and Rooftop Prince and the movie Sea Fog. However, his career began to crumble in 2016 when he started to have legal issues. First, he was accused by 4 women of indecent behavior, but in the end, he was acquitted of all charges. One of the accusers later sued Yu-chan again, and in 2019, the actor was sentenced to pay around $45,000 in damages in the settlement. He failed to pay within the deadline, and another trial followed. In the end, the actor completed the payment in 2021, when the amount he owed had risen to $50,000 because of the delay and interest. While he avoided jail time with this scandal, he wasn't that lucky in 2019 when he was arrested for purchasing and using illegal substances and attempting to destroy evidence. This time, the police requested a pretrial detention warrant for Yu-chan, citing the concern that he could try to flee or destroy evidence again. He initially denied the allegations, but ultimately admitted the charges brought against him. As a result, he was indicted with detention and served time in jail while waiting for his trial. In the end, he received a 10-month suspended sentence with 2 years of probation. He was released from prison after more than 2 months behind bars, and he completed his probation period without further offenses. Even after ending up in prison and finishing his probation, Yu-chan continued to have legal issues. In 2021, he had a dispute with his company, and he was given a restriction order that banned him from appearing on TV and continuing any activity in the entertainment industry. And it doesn't end here, as in 2023, it was reported that he was suspected of evading almost $400,000 in taxes since 2016. Meanwhile, Yu-chan has tried to get back into the world of entertainment and tried to sell to his fans photo books, fan club memberships, and fan meeting tickets at crazy high prices. Despite the real possibility of being incarcerated again for tax evasion, it seems like Yu-chan is once again trying to get back.